woke from the same dream, in the same bed at the same time. Looked in the same mirror, made the same frown, felt the same way as he did every day. An old same train, same station, sat in the same seat, with the same nasty stain, next to same old what's his name, on his way to the same place, with the same name, do the same thing again and again and again. Poor old same.
I think it's nice. I think as long as the kids, you know, behave themselves, it'll be all right for them. It's no problem. They're young. They've got to have a good time. Not until you agreed with the blokes going along selling the drugs out of the cars out here. But then I don't know where the police are because they should be watching that one. And no, I think it's good. If it was Frank Sinatra, it would be better.
Did you leave her husband for Frank Sinatra?
Yeah. Well, maybe he doesn't.
No one knew anything until it turned up in the local rag that there was going to be this concert. Of course, by then it's a fait accompli and it's too late to do anything about it. I'd have pulled the plug on a lot of them, but there you go, that's me. As I said previously, I think that if I'd have had that Damon here, I would probably have strangled him about 2 hours after I was finally up, about 4 o'clock in the morning. But that's gone off slightly now. You know, I just want to kick him somewhere.
This concert is one of the most wonderful things we can ever imagine in this area. Because I'm a governor of a certain school around here called Kaylis. It's rivaled by the event when we had Prince Charles 3 years ago to come and visit us. So it's one of the highlights really of the area.
Who made this one? Not the young one. Who hasn't stopped sucking its pier theatre, which is, you can see, in complete disrepair. But I was told by the owner, Morecombe twice performed. If you're just very quiet, you can hear a sort of Saturday night.
This boy's a fool. Where do you find these people, huh?
You can't avoid, when you become famous, the use of any more appropriate word, you have to find out what famous is being like, really. You can't just ignore it. I think that the only danger is that a lot of people go on this voyage of discovery about fame, but you know, never return to what they actually were beforehand. And I think the trick is to try and balance the two. Certainly what I've been trying to do this year. So doing a very small tour like this, at that point when we at a point where we could have really been playing anywhere we liked, was a sort of way of addressing that need to, you know, balance things out.
It's all right, officer. I can deal with this with myself. What's your name? What's your name, lad?
Alex.
Alex?
Yeah.
Is that your real name?
Yeah. Sort of.
What do you do for a living, Alex?
I'm a musician.
A musician? In a band?
What's this about?
Musician in a band, are you?
Yeah, I'm in a band. Blur.
Sorry?
Blur.
Blur?
Blur.
Blur? What's Blur?
My band.
Blur's a band, is it? That's not a very good start. Blur doesn't sound like a very good title for a band. My nephew Graham's in a band called Johnny Raider and the Dawn Patrol. That's a name for a band. What's Blur? What time did you get to bed last night, Mr. Blur?
Do me a favour, I don't know, late.
I should imagine it was after 1 a.m. By the look of it.
Didn't get back here till after 1 a.m.
Right. And you're a rock star, are you? What have you been up to, Alex Blur? Answer me, bitch.
I've been drinking and smoking and talking to girls.
Do your parents know you've been talking to girls?
No. Yeah.
What would your parents say if they knew you were talking to girls?
What?
A young lad in bed claims to be pop talking to girls. Right, but I'm not very impressed. Should be speaking to your mother.
I'll show you where the library spot in Dunoon for the last 30 years was. This was the place where all the Americans used to space out, as they say. The famous Harmony House Hotel. Harmony House? You won't see it because it's going to be demolished. This is a landmark in Dunoon. This is.
So where are you taking us then?
Where would you like to go?
Your house.
How far is your house, Bob's? About 2 minutes away. And you'll see a West Highland wife saying, "You never told me you were bringing visitors into the place." Hey guys, tea or coffee or what?
Tea for me. Tea, lovely.
Tea all round. Get a kettle on, woman. They didn't have a photograph. So I did the next best thing. I brought the boys up. Settle down, guys.
They can't settle down. What's that shame?
Right, lads, help yourself. Fire in.
What a wonderful view.
You like this?
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
There's no way anybody in my class will believe this at school. Oh.
They won't, will they?
No.
Although a lot of the time I'm sort of, I think, lyrically writing about myself, I'm also putting myself in a fictional place. And they're not necessarily experiences that I've had, they're just ones that maybe I've thought about or ever wondered what would that be like.
A lot of us are hoping things may change and get freer with the common market, because certainly as far as England's concerned, it's been sort of clamped down on in various ways. And I think you, Ray, have said about that, haven't you? Like,
it's got to change. It has changed a bit, but it's still going the wrong way.
I'm sorry, I think we've got to a level now where I don't think that they're going to go any further. The government's going to stop it. In the eyes of the law, persistence means something that you do constantly. So if you only have 1 or 2 parties a year, or if you move your club from venue to venue, there's no way they can actually apply that charge and make it stick as long as the person doesn't cave in.
Swingers.
So-called swinging is really the truth. This is what it's all about, is honesty and not having dishonesty about the relationships you have, and trust, really.
I hate the term swingers, really. It's a label that has been put on us, I think, not by ourselves but by the media and by other people.
Outsiders.
Yeah, I think of myself as perfectly normal. I think all the people that sit at home in their little grey houses watching their televisions, I think they're the ones that are slightly more abnormal, really.
The suburbs, they are dreaming, they're a twinkle in her eye. She's been feeling frisky since her husband said goodbye. She wears a low-cut t-shirt, runs a little B&B. She's most accommodating when she's in her lingerie. While swapping is your future, you know that it would suit you.
I would be jealous if Kathy was sort of falling in love with somebody. I think that's unlikely in this situation because all the contact is so light-hearted and playful that that's unlikely.
Yes, the stereotypes, there must be more to life. All your life you're dreaming, and then you start dreaming. From time to time you know you should be going on another bender.
The people who enjoy swinging are the people who have their sex life filed very firmly under entertainment. It's what they do for fun. You probably don't know it, but your next door neighbours at this very moment are swinging with the people from across the road.
The neighbours may be staring, but they are just us caring. Yes!
I look upon sex like a bit like a sport. If you're a sportsman or a sportswoman and you're good at it, you know, you want as many people to appreciate your skill at something as possible. So, I mean, I thought to myself, well, could I ever just sort of restrict all of this just to one person? I thought, no, I can't. I've got to make as many people happy as possible. No, seriously, I thought that. Sometimes I sit awake at night and there's a little tear in my eye and I think how good I am.
We should be free in this country to do what we want, or to obviously to a certain extent of law, but for something that is natural for people to do, why should we be stopped or ridiculed for doing what is totally natural anyway?
I mean, it's all a matter of honesty and a matter of a lack of hypocrisy. This country floats on hypocrisy. True. It's absolutely awash with it, from the smallest government official right the way up to the Prime Minister.
You know that it will suit you. Yes,
In a couple of weeks we'll be going to a very big party and probably 100 couples there or something. And we find that sort of thing is rather nice because you can spend most of the night socialising if you want and get lost, or you can join in the sex and move up the bedrooms if you want, and there's no pressures whatsoever.
And you don't get stuck for choice.
No, you're not stuck for choice.
Dazzled by choice.
Oh yes, that's quite a possibility.
Spend the whole night looking.
Oh
can't
no,
decide.
Barry do, but I don't. I think that's all.
No, you just do the
it's
whole
all
lot,
to do
don't
with
you?
chemistry.
Dreaming from time to time, you know you should go on another bender before you come to an end.
Well, Barry took me on a Sunday jaunt in Paris, and we went to this club called La Cheminée, and I went inside the door and I saw all these men and I said, Barry, I'm not stopping, I'm going.
You were the only woman, weren't you, with about 60 minutes? The next minute I know there's some young guy sort of groping around and grabs her own hand and drags her off down a corridor to the room where all the sex takes place. And I counted the guys, there were 38 different guys, you know, but Rona insists that some come round more than once, so she thinks about 50, you know, over 4.5 hours.
So the journalist said, how did you feel at the end of the 4.5 hours? So I said, numb.
Just a quick thanks to Bob and his family for letting us come round for a cup of tea. Thank you, Bob.
Fucking hell, they shot a cameraman. Good. It's me little injury I had, look. Doing too fast, music too fast. Dave. Good, isn't it? Some nice little whiskers.
So great, these barber jackets.
As usual, we're waiting. It's now been 2.5 hours. Alex is still getting out. If I added up every hour that I've waited for this band, it's probably totals to about 3 months. There's Alex and Graham. They were still running around the corridors at 6 o'clock this morning. So. Another day, another wait. There you go.
What are we waiting for now exactly?
Hello.
Whoa, careful.
No photograph, please.
Alice is here.
Right. First chip shop, Roy, yeah? Yeah. Great.
Yes.
Roicus.
Roicus.
Just going to go down. Look at the ending of the sea.
I know.
Look at the ending of the sea. Chippy. Chips, please.
You got one, chips?
Yeah. Is it sit there until about 8 o'clock or something?
Probably.
Lunch is about 7 at night, and then we don't get any.
160p. Blur are the first band to play the HMV roof. Since Echo and the Bunnymen 10 years ago, the Beatles did it first. The police have given them 20 minutes. They'll pull the plug if it gets out of hand.
Fantastic.
Do I do an SSA?
Yeah, more on the net at 6:15.
Generally, bands like to make classic statements and follow in the footsteps of the Beatles and the Stones and the Who.
We're doing it right here on the roof, mate, like the fucking Beatles. I feel very excited. It's marvellous, marvellous.
When it was sold to us as being, just like the Beatles on the roof of Apple.
It's on a purely aesthetic level, and I hate to be an aesthetic bore, but if you wore your jumper and not your shirt, it would look much better. It's a very fucking boring, crap shirt you got on.
And as this is an historic moment, I think it's the wrong shirt to be wearing, sorry. And the whole thing was arranged, and but as it got closer to the day, it became quite evident that the council and the police were not very interested in there being, you know, an event. It had to be very quiet. It had to be understated, and nobody was allowed to know about it.
No, Charmless Band second.
No, Charmless Band second, then Top Man, then the Universal. No. Yeah, oh, we'll fucking work it out. We'll work it out as we're going along.
You'll just say, won't you?
Just say. That's much better.
Chris, what? Here we go then. Okay, go.
Are we on?
Yeah, you're on.
We had a helicopter to film this great event. Radio 1 were there, and local radio to record the event. But ultimately, I think it was a non-event.
Attention, please.
Very important public announcement.
This is a public warning. Be careful when you're out. We're having freaky weather. There's a lot of it about. On the terraces it's swinging. He's a monkey on the roof. You've seen him on the telly. So let me introduce. He's naughty by nature. I'm doubles and chaser. A little boy racer. Shooting out to the high street of love. It's hard to spot him, but down on him that he can cost. It's never cheap or cheerful. He's Hugo and he's boss. He's riding through the desert on a camel light and on a magic carpet. Fly away tonight. Sesame. He's naughty by nature. I'm doubles and chaser. A little boy racer. Shooting guns in the high street of love. Caesar and doubles. Then he kicks on the
In an anti-joyriding stance, the government has announced that drivers and passengers will face penalties of 5 years in prison, unlimited fines and automatic driving bans.
The kids who come to us have been educated by watching television, by looking at posters. They've learnt that cars are glamorous and fast, sexy, and they take to the streets in a deadly way. By coming to us, we try to re-educate them. We try to show them the dangers of driving cars, but we give them the carrot of racing. They have to put all the work into the projects. They get the carrot of racing. That's the real world.
It's just being in control of the car. Feel really good and confident with yourself. But once you've got, you know, you've got police behind you and you're being chased, you think, why am I doing this? Why did I do that? Why did I do this? But afterwards you think, oh, I could have got away then. I could do it again. Then you go ahead and do it again. That's why they're carrying on re-offending. But I saw the light, so got out of it. It's good fun now. Live a good life.
Alex?
Oi. I think we should draw a white line around this carcass of hell. What are you doing? What are you doing, Alex?
I'm writing a fucking song. What do you think I'm doing?
What are you doing lying on the floor in the giant ashtray? I waited an hour and 20 minutes for my hotel room.
Did you?
Yeah. I'd only been in there 7 minutes. My hotel room. I couldn't have a bath, couldn't make myself happy. Alex, I've just seen Vic Reeves. He says, tell Alex he is a hedonist waiting for a fucking accident. Alex, your prize is turd. I came in here full of expectations about sandwiches and said I've got peanuts, bite-sized Mars bars and a massive blue crab.
I'd like to point out that this isn't my boat, I've only borrowed it. But ask any businessman, it's not what you've got, it's what you can borrow. We became the biggest band in the country whilst we were recording this record, and we started getting invited to all these film parties and fashion parties and football parties, and meeting all our heroes and them knowing our names all of a sudden. And, you know, it was a terrific acceleration from nothing to something.
Blur were today celebrating a clean sweep at the British Music Industry's awards ceremony. They won 4 awards last night, including Best British Group and Best Album.
The winner is Blur. Blur. Blur.
Blur! Oh! Oh, yes! Come on up, Blur! Are they in?
History is made tonight. No group or artist has ever won 4 Brit Awards.
Ladies and gentlemen, 4 young lads, and they're keen. Oh,
Now, this is getting very embarrassing. But I've thought of something to say now. I never studied an instrument at school. It was really boring doing music. It was kind of all grammar and no conversation. So what I say, kids, is get your Oasis records and your Blur records and your Eternal records and your E17 records and take them into school and say, this is industry, teach me this. This is what I want to know about.
Yeah, very good. This should have been, I think this should have been shared with Oasis.
Yeah, much love and respect to them. But it took us 5 years. I think Damon went a bit mad. Graham's always been a bit mad. They say I'm mad. Dave's catatonic anyway. What would we do without teenage girls? They're the ones who perpetuate the myth of pop music. But there's something kind of sad about September, and especially about seaside towns in September, and especially about seaside towns that have had their day in September. There's just such a sense of decay, and I think there is something sad about this record. I think it's the saddest record we've made.
There's a sort of coziness which these places give you, but at the same time they make you feel sad and empty. I mean, in Eastbourne yesterday, the hotel had a cabinet in the foyer which was just full of old rings, which were so obviously rings that they'd sort of got off people who had died in in the hotel and just sort of, you know, were selling them off. Probably, you know, a couple of old dears who hadn't got any family and had just sort of died, and no one had really. Probably their friends were the people who looked after them in the hotel. There's just that sort of, that whole feeling, you know, of end of the world, end of the pier.
All on their own down Soho.
this is the brink. Brink, and this is Graham.
It's lovely. Yes, it was lovely. Really very exciting indeed.
How's your injury with a joystick?
That's my, yeah, I hooked, yeah, that's it. That was the movement. Hooked my eye with a joystick. But, you see that? It was right in there. Like you do. Right in the eyes.
Two men stood in a field, arguing about the ownership of that field. One of them said, "This land belongs to me. It belonged to my father before me and his father before him. This field is mine." The other one said, "No, this land is mine. It's always been in my family. It always will." Those two fools stood eyeball to eyeball, nose to nose, and knuckle to knuckle, until it was just turning dark. And they knew that they needed the help of an arbiter. Now, they knew in the village was a wise woman, the hen wife. She was the woman they'd go and see to settle their arguments. Or if they had warts on their hands, they'd go and see her and she could buy the warts. So the hen wife was summoned to the field. The two men stood there fighting. "This field belongs to me." "No, this land belongs to me." She said, "What do you want of me?" They said, "We want you to be our arbiter to settle this argument." So the woman lay down on the ground with her ear in the mud. The two men argued across her body. "This land is mine." "No, this land is mine." Then they looked down at the woman. "What are you doing?" She said, "I'm listening to what the land has to say." They said, "Well, what does the land have to say?" The woman looked up from the mud and said, "The land says that you belong to it."
I was 48 when I bought this farm. I'm 62 now, and I haven't been able to do a bloody thing with it all those years because I've been in limbo. The first 5 years, you see, I'd spent every halfpenny I had on the place, and I'd no more money. So the first 5 years, I was gutting the place, ready for renovation. When it came through definite the motorway was coming on this route.
Unfortunately, if people take the law into their own hands, they tend to finish up with a problem, and I'm sure that's what will happen in this case. I'm only sorry that he feels so strongly about it, and that I'm sure that every effort's been made to find him alternative accommodation.
Moscow still read the young man's dead, gone to heaven instead. The evening news says he was confused. The motorways will all merge soon. Lottery winner buys the moon. They've come to save us, the space invaders. He's bored of cars and where to drive them, who to drive them with. There was no
Trying to stop the greed machine coming down the hill and destroying everything for everyone. We've got to get our priorities right. And if we are going to sort of make a living on this planet, we've got to put the earth first. We've got to, the earth is our means to be, and we've got to help and defend that, because without that, there's nothing.
London Heathrow, everybody wants to go up into the blue, but there's a 10-year queue. Columbia is in top gear, it shouldn't snow this time of year. America's sure she's gone and done the lotto. He bought a plane, where to fly to, and who to fly there with. But there was no
They were going to use the powers of the government and all that goes with it to rob me here in this place, and eventually we're going to be handed over to the mates and I'll have to pay to run over my own land.
If we don't get this road, there's going to be no incentive, absolutely no incentive for industry to come here.
Who's going to make it stop? Who's going to push for the alternatives? We've got to do it, because otherwise when the last tree's down and the last road's open and we're all gasping for air, we're going to realise you can't breathe money.
Oh, this is nice, isn't it? Sorry, you're reading on TV, though. Can we just ask you very briefly, you know, why have you come to Cleethorpes? Why Cleethorpes? I came here on holiday once. I thought I'd come back.
What about the fans here? Is that obviously one of the reasons why...
well, it's nice to do something a bit odd, isn't it? This is odd. This is the old world.
And then we'd know it was on. Why are you fiddling with that? It's not going to be a very exciting film, is it, really? What do you do to escape? You get escape what? Escape the rat race. Escape the rat race. You need to win the lottery.
Churchill got his knocking up there. Tomorrow there's another. Could be me. No silver spoon, sticky teeth they rot too soon. You've got to have the best choose. Oh, that's it, you've blown it. All we want
I don't think it would have been fair to have just used other people to make the film. I think, we were equally candid about ourselves.
If we start tonight, it's all over. No, everybody's here.
Just get them off our backs.
By
Being
being
in
crap.
band again.
Huh? By being crap.
They never crash.
I know. I'm shattered.
Dodgy sometimes. Ropey.
John, you feel like I do as well, don't you?
Just had enough today, really.
The camera's starting to shake a bit.
Take your time.
5 minutes.
Are you going to go into Monster Man tonight?
No, no. Oh, come on. Not at all.
Why will he?
Right, that's it. There's beer in there.
It's inside cans, though. Are we ready?
Apparently my bum was like this when I was running across doing part.
I've been feeling 100.
Your mum was like
My bum was like this.
Oh, said your mum was like this when I was dagging and bum, dagging and bum, dagging and bum.
Oh, get it off.
Away. Dagging and
Get
bum.
off, for God's sake. Dagenham smile. You've got such a big arse.
No, I haven't. Sassy. Sassy.
Gregarious.
Sassy.
Gregarious.
Innuendo.
Baboon. I don't remember baboon.
No, you go innuendo, baboon. Innuendo, baboon.
I don't remember it. I don't remember. What do I do comedy? I don't remember it. I like being vague. I like being creative.
Look, this is going to get you on the fucking huge exposure. So do your set here on the,
All the jokes.
Yeah.
All the jokes. I do my favourite joke.
Yes.
I'd say it's marvellous coming on tour with Blur, chatting to all the young people. I adore young people. I try and stay young myself. You know, I even entered the Young Musician of the Year the other day. He was furious. Right
I had a very good time.
Cleared your head, Damon.
It's our tip was. It just makes it a nice colour.
Was it coming pounds or something?
Oh, we do like beside the seaside.
They're waiting, I hear them up in the north, down in the south. All that is spewing out of his mouth.
Good. How are you? Where are you from?
Japan.
I know that, but where are you from?
Tokyo.
Good. Do you like... Well, how long are you over here for then?
Yes, last year I went to Europe in Tokyo. Whole time.
Really?
Yes, nice, good.
You mad?
Yeah.
Quite mad. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
In 1993 we developed a 4-year strategy which we called NX96. That means to us we have two main objectives. The first objective means to have a world-class manufacturing status. The second objective is to be classed as the #1 company in Europe.
Yes, within the shop, I mean, we've got two main activities. One's a 2-hour Kaizen, the other one is a 2-day improvement. It starts off with like brainstorming sessions, and this involves manufacturing staff, team leaders and supervisors. From the brainstorming sessions, we'll then generate some form of idea, and from that idea we'll put that into practice, and hopefully we'll get some sort of benefit which benefits everyone, right down to man staff.
Also being a member of the manufacturing staff, it's through training given by us from the supervisors, and also teamwork, and being a part of a strong team helps us to build quality cars.
This is my workplace, and
These are my favourite socks. These are my favourite socks. These are my favourite socks. The best socks in the world come from Japan. Okay? They are wonderful. They feel like putting your feet into a big vat of flour. It's very nice. These are getting rather smelly now. I think she's really good. I think the lips are good. And these bits, it's really good. But I think I'm a bit weird. She's got the hair quite good. She could go to Goldsmiths.
Oh no! Oh dear, I'm having a very bad run.
Damon Albarn sits at a casino table, crying into his champagne.
You lost.
Oh dear.
You got to borrow some money, Dave?
Can you exchange 25 quid of his into blues, please?
Good luck, Damon Albarn. Good luck on your way back. Meanwhile, Blur, with their new singer, Sir Bernard Chumley, or Bernie Chumley as he prefers to be known, glistens and shines before all in this wonderful pop world with songs such as Lives in a House, Very Big House in the Chumley.
Started again, set dweller, successful fella, 14 South books, I've got a lot of money, God, and a rat race, Tom and the lid. I'm a professional singing, but I'm shut in, I'm paying the price, I'm living back at the living. God, and eccentric, anxiety, as it plays on here, it's getting so clear, and now he lives in a house, very big house in the country. Watch out, nothing to repeat. Yes, the country. He takes a manner of bill, piles on panelist bill in the country. Oh, it's like that man on the bottom, that's a railroad chump in the country. Now he got morning glory, now it's a different story, and the things going Jack and Rory. Touch with his own rock, telepathy. He's ready to close that knocking back, helping animation. Oh, it's the centric remedy for the baked and hard. Star lives in a house, very big house in the country. Watch a boy in his chest,
Tonight, a tale of two bands, one called Blur, the other Oasis. Each has a single out today. Coincidence, or does North-South rivalry have something to do with it?
I went away the week that the records came out, so I had no idea what was going on. I didn't actually see any of the news coverage or any of the tabloid press. And I came back on the Sunday morning, and I went to a cafe at the bottom of my road. And I know the people in there, and they just filled me in on this ridiculous week, the week that was.
Another battle. Two of Britain's most popular pop groups have begun the biggest chart war in 30 years. The Manchester band Oasis and their arch rivals Blur released new singles today, each hoping to reach the #1 spot next week. The music industry hasn't seen anything like it since the Beatles fought it out with the Rolling Stones in the 60s.
So it was just summer madness, really. It was a piece of inane pop history.
This is how it should have been, this song. We really ruined it the way we did it. You heard this? Like a jungle, so call the police, following the earth down to green. Now you sing it. It's the Ixons, and where do they come from? They come from Norwich. On holiday. I love this song.
Good show, man. Good show. Cheers, mate. Nice one.
Watching Alex do his homework. He's got to hand it in by the end of the night.
It's a short piece about being sober, because I always have a day off each week of drinking. Because you know, it's
you still have a day off each week?
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe
you have to, because then you pay your bills and phone your mum and all those kind of things.
But I mean, by the time we arrived at the places like Manchester G-Mex and Wembley Arena, the whole stage persona had changed, and it was very big.
They tone. Satellites in every home. Yes, the universe is here, here for everyone. The paper that you read says tomorrow's your lucky day. Well, it's your lucky day. It really, really, really could happen. Yes, it really, really, really could happen. When the days they seem to fall through, you will just let them go. Good night. God bless you. Sweet dreams. See you next year. Cheers.
When you dream, you use fragments of, you know, your day-to-day life experience and mix it with strangers and your fantasies and all the dark thoughts that you have. And you scramble them all together and you wake up in the morning and you think, what was all that about? But it was a very odd year. Yeah, odd year. But good.
They played somebody in the cup last night. I know Wickham. And they couldn't even beat them. 0-0. I hate Alex Graham. I'm trying to turn the telly off.